Johny Pach here, welcome back to Film News. I'll tell you guys, this is my first gig since coming back from Hollywood, and I'm here at the 24th annual Raindance Film Festival. Make some noise, everybody! The photographers and everyone are getting really started. I will tell you that, look, this is where independent movie makers merge from every single country that is part of the Raindance Film School. They come here, we have the festival in the heart of Leicester Square. We're going to be having celebrities walking down this red carpet very soon. You're in for a treat, so I will see you soon on Film News. Sweetheart.
I'm really. Do you?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's another story?
Right, what brings you here? 24th Raindance Film Festival. Tell us about it.
The reason I'm here is because it's an independent film festival, and that's what I support. Even if I'm Game of Thrones, independent
as you
film
do, Game of Thrones.
It's my love and it's my first passion, and that's what I live for. So
that's your home comforts. That's where it all started.
Absolutely.
What we really want to know here, Film News. What advice can you give to the younger generation coming through the ranks in this type of film industry?
Just stick with it. Stick with it and do a lot of independent films and just do what you can every day. Wake up in the morning, think, what can I do for my career? What can I do better?
Graph.
What can I, exactly, what can I...
Be creative.
Take an acting class, take a writing class, and I'm still doing all that, so...
Perfect.
Anyway.
Very Miss Selfridge tonight. Did you mean to do that?
I didn't know, it just comes naturally, darling.
I love it. Catherine Bailey, Miss Selfridge, everybody. We love the show. We love yourself.
Great, lovely.
So you're here to support independent film. 24th Raindance Festival now. Tell us how important that is to you.
Well, it's very important. I've just done a film with Terence Davies, who is a very important British filmmaker, and it's so important to keep that whole flag flying, I think, for the British film industry, for actors and for directors. So it's just a real thrill to be here and to see the programme tonight. It'll be great.
Yeah, well, this is it. The film festival is global now. It's everybody. Los Angeles, everybody. I mean, are you? I mean, what kind of advice can you give to the younger generation looking to branch away from the UK film world? Maybe step their toe in overseas, see what's going on.
I guess being tenacious is the key, and if you can't get in through the front door, climb in through the window. I always think it's very good to sort of make your own work where you can, and people of course are doing that as often as they can, but never give up, I think, is the biggest thing, really.
Yeah, nice. And give us a little exclusive about what's coming up next for you very soon.
Okay, well, I'm going to the New York Film Festival next week to promote A Quiet Passion, which is the Terence Davies film I'm in. And then the week after that, it will be for the London Film Festival, where it's been shortlisted for Best Film. So fingers
We'll see you again.
Yeah, lovely.
High fives all round. Cheers, Catherine. Thanks so much. Cheers. That's it. Huddle up to me, Kev.
All right.
Here we are. Kev, absolutely love the tie.
Thank you very much.
Now look, tell us from a director's standpoint, what are you going to be looking for with the class of films here tonight?
I'm going to be just taking care of the kaleidoscope of butterflies that are in my stomach, because this is the first time our film has been played to a global audience. So
right, great.
And then after that, hopefully everything will have gone fine. I'll be able to enjoy the other films. So
for the guys back home that don't know too much about the film just yet, tell us about that and tell us what we're in for.
Our film is called The Nation Holds Its Breath. It's set on June 25th, 1990, which was the day of the biggest football match in Irish history. And it's a young couple sitting down to watch the game, and she goes into labour. And so the rest of the film's set in a maternity ward where he kind of slips off to watch the game, and
wow,
hilarity
okay.
ensues.
Your film, The Nation Holds Its Breath.
Yeah.
We know all about it now.
Great.
I want to know the nitty gritty. I want to know, where did it all come from, the inspiration, where did it start?
Well, it started with the peekaboo guy that you just saw coming in here.
This guy.
I found him at Rhode Island International Film Festival. I found this guy at basically at the festival, and I asked my mom if we could keep him. And she said yes.
That's how it met. That's how you guys.
And Harvey Weinstein is his mom. You know. I'm gonna get.
Here's my card.
Yeah,
that's
so
how
it all started there, and then we had This year we had a competition. We had basically over 4,600 submissions,
Wow.
all with short films. And so usually I watch all of them, but I wasn't able to watch 4,600 this year. So we hired a whole screening team. And Kev's idea and his last film, More Than God, which is a great film if you haven't seen it, he made it.
That was it.
And
It
yeah,
just sparked.
It sparked. Yeah, I would say it sparked well. Yeah.
And how did you guys do working together? Were there any arguments? Did you disagree on certain things? Agree on most?
Agree on most. That's the thing. We agreed on most. You know.
Did you go out
The
partying?
only
That's
time
what we want to know.
agree is when it came to what beverages. The other night I asked him.
That's what I was going to say.
We're at a Spanish restaurant. I asked him. I go, some sangria, and he goes, no.
We'd been out for 7 days solid, and I just didn't feel like sangria was the thing at that time.
It was our first.
Sangria felt like more like a summer Sunday afternoon thing.
Yeah.
But that was our first
You
tip.
guys were on the road to ruin at that point.
It was over.
Great. How you doing, darling? Nice to see you. Mwah. Mwah. 3 kisses, actually. Mwah. Well, that's what they do on Film News. Yeah, crazy red carpet. Brilliant to see you here tonight. Looking gorgeous as ever.
Thank you.
I mean, this is fantastic.
No, you're being very kind.
On the screen.
Oh no, you're really.
You're even more fantastic. Right, we'll just punch over, just
Yeah.
because, we don't want to be in that shot. Well done on Cold Feet. That's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
So many people back home love that. My mum.
Hi, Mum.
Yeah, wave to her. Mrs. Pash.
Mrs.
Mrs. Pash.
Mrs.
Johnny Pach. Jacqueline
Johnny
Pash.
Yes, Mrs. Pash.
Well, you know. And, yeah, brilliant. You're loving it.
Oh my God, I think it's such an honor to be part of such a beloved and iconic show, and I mean, this is such a revered cast that I've been such huge fans of for a long time. So to be a part of the show is it's been wonderful.
It's amazing. Amazing cast. It just looks like a massive laugh.
Oh no!
On set, it just must be mayhem.
Yeah, all the time. All that between Johnny and Jimmy and Robert and Faye and Hermione. I mean, there's never a dull moment between.
Yeah. And look, not forgetting independent film. How important is that to you with your acting profile and career?
You know, we do independent films to support new talent, for great scripts, for great writing, for great characters. That's why we do them. And I've done one this year, and I see there's so much undiscovered talent that needs to be brought to the forefront. So it's really important to support new talent and indie films. Yeah.
What better place to have?
Hi, I'm Karen David from Cold Feet, and you're watching Film News.
I'm here with a legend of a man, Peter Davison, Doctor Who. Will remember him for when I grew up. Amazing. Lovely to have you here this evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Very well. Very pleased to be here.
Absolutely. I'm loving it. Tell us, independent film.
Yeah.
So different to working on a national TV program of Doctor Who. Tell us how different that is from an actor's perspective, and the challenges you face.
Yeah, well, sadly, one of the differences is that in UK independent films don't get seen enough.
That's true.
When you do a TV series on television, you're guaranteed of a national audience anything between 4
millions.
Millions.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for independent films to get released, to get distribution, and if we could only find a way that maybe a day could be set aside per week at a cinema where independent films could be shown, films that aren't in that bracket of the distributed by one of the major distributors. That's probably the difference. Some fantastic stuff is being made. It's not getting to enough people.
Yeah, it's true. Do you think we missed the boat then on a lot of amazing actors and actresses that maybe do not get seen in this world?
Well, thankfully, I think actors who work on television also work in independent films. So I think the actors get seen. It's a problem that's not peculiar to Britain. It's exactly the same in America. It's just the distribution system that we have at the moment. They do eventually probably get seen on TV at some point, but they're never at the peak viewing hours. Maybe that's the answer.
And that's the beauty of the Raindance Film Festival. They bring it here in London.
Absolutely.
They do it globally. They showcase it. Yeah. And that's why we're here supporting all the way,
Absolutely. Yeah.
And what are your thoughts about tonight? What would you like to get out of tonight? Possibly for yourself, your own standpoint.
Film.
Yeah. What was the best film you saw recently?
Well, I saw the Woody Allen film, Cafe Society, which I liked actually. And his films are always, obviously they get distribution, but they're almost like little mini independent films, except he's Woody Allen, so he gets distribution.
Yeah, cool. Look, we're going to let you go on. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks.
And we will see you
Bye.
later. We all know this fella.
Oh,
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Anyway, what brings you here, buddy? Really nice to see you here. Look, tell us on a serious one. We're going to keep it very nice, professional, and film related. What's the crappiest film you've seen recently? No.
Yeah. Crappiest film I've seen so far. What's that film called? Pitch Black. You know, where the lights go on and off. I was like, that's like, anyone can understand what's going to happen next, you know what I mean? So I was like...
They're going to turn them on.
Yeah, I didn't go to cinema to watch it. I was like, no way.
Right, tell us, so what brings you here tonight, aside from your lovely agent Terry bringing you here, but what does independent film really mean to you?
Independent filmmakers trying to make it out there in the world, trying to get their stuff across to people, and I like to support independent people, it's like people trying to work very hard and making their dreams come a reality. Yeah. Like I'm trying to do as well with my
You're doing it.
stuff as well. Yeah, I'm doing it.
You're smashing it.
I like to support other people that are doing well for themselves who are trying anyway. So.
Well, look, you're a movie maker yourself. You came up with some brilliant ideas.
In the bedroom.
Loving it.
Behind closed doors. Behind closed doors.
Yeah. And look, like you are an inspiration to. Well, if they bloody behave themselves, but you are an inspiration to filmmakers and people doing pranks and that type of thing. Yeah. Do you think the sort of YouTube, Vine? Do you think that sort of environment now is showcasing talent into a mainstream level?
Yeah, I think YouTube, as long as they can project themselves in a good image and not obviously, kind of
give you Asian a heart attack.
Yeah. So if they can project themselves in a good way, I reckon they've got a good chance of making it, because all our dreams is to become actors, become do movies and go on TV and stuff. So yeah, I think they can do it as long as they behave themselves.
Do you see yourself next year in a big independent film like this, or maybe something over in Hollywood? I know you're there often. He never calls me, mind.
Yeah, I hope so. That is the dream. After TV, that's in the future. That's what I want to get into.
What would be your role? Like,
I don't know, really.
Not Arnold Schwarzenegger, mate. I know you want it.
just being myself, mate. You know what I mean? Just having a bubble, just having a laugh, and maybe some action films. So action films, that's what I'd love to do. So yeah.
You got a smile for me today, buddy.
Yes. How are you? Well.
Yeah, but you must be driving me mad. Everybody's like down here, left, right, up there. Sean, how you doing, buddy? Looking very suave.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I thought I'd come out.
Where is it from? A little bit of Oswald Boateng?
I believe this is Mango, actually.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. I was going to wear my Joshua Kane, but I'll save that for tomorrow night.
Well, throw that out. Where are you going tomorrow night?
The boat party, I believe it is.
Oi. See, film news, this is what it's all about. Exclusives. BBC's Algo, how's it going?
Really well. Ep 3 tonight, so I'm going to miss it for this, but I'd rather be here. No, it's going really well, and this series has been. It's had a lot more. There's a lot more truth in it, I believe.
Okay, right.
And I think my only obviously I want people to enjoy it from normal, but army people I really, really care about. If they can watch it and enjoy it, then I've done my job right.
Yeah. Because you've always played quite a meanie role, haven't you?
Yeah.
Are you a bit of a mean guy?
Definitely not. I did Our Girl before Corrie.
Yeah.
So it was nice to come out of Corrie and go straight back into another series. Shave my head, look completely different.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, it's going good though, yeah? You enjoying it?
Yeah.
No, really, really pleased for you. And look, it's all about independent film tonight. I mean, how important is that for you?
Very. I've got a production company in Manchester, and we try and do as much independent music videos, short films.
Yeah.
And it's just purely to give other people an opportunity. I try and
get it out to
direct
the
and
masses.
produce. Yeah, and I think in this industry you get people, because it's a passion, and people will work and come together to make something amazing for people to escape through and enjoy.
Is that a case of what it is then? Creating something really powerful and something very different, and just getting it out there as
100%.
much as you can.
100%. We did a short film in Manchester called Cardboard Boy. We had at least 50 people work on it for free. There was no money involved. We luckily won an award in Diamond in the Rough, which is in San Jose, an independent film festival out there. And that just confirms everyone's hard work, and I think it's so important.
Yeah, great.
And,
No, I'm loving it. I'm loving the passion. I can feel it right here. We're going to let you get on. This red carpet is absolutely mental. And look at the line out there.
Sean Ward, watching Film News. Thank you very much.
I'm very good. Well, the junior, one of the many babies in the film. So yeah, no, I'm very well, thank you.
I mean, that's a pretty, a high standpoint on your profile already. How's it all going?
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's wonderful the film's getting a good reception. I think we all had a really wonderful time making it, and I think it addresses important issues in a really lovely way. it's just a pleasure to be involved.
Tell us what's been going on in your career. What's coming up next for us? Giving us an exclusive here on Film News.
Exclusive. Well, I've just got back from filming a film called Marrowbone, which is by it's the writer of The Orphanage. He's called Sergio G. Sanchez, and this is his first film that he's directing, and it's a Spanish production, English language, and I can't tell you too much about the story. The story is kind of broadly a British family in America in the 60s on the run from their past, but it's a really beautiful script, and Sergio's a really wonderful director and an incredible writer. So yeah, it was we had a really thrilling time making it. So that's the last thing.
Brilliant, love it.
I'm George Mackay, and you're watching Film News.
Nick here. How you doing, buddy?
I'm very well. How are you?
Yeah, I like the deep voice. We're going good. Yes. Now tell us, you are one of the judges for tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, look, amazing, 24 years, Raindance Film Festival, doing some incredible things globally. What are you going to be looking for tonight?
To watch a great film.
Okay, and that's it. No, but right, to watch a great film, what are you going to be looking for in that great film?
I guess I'll be looking at performances more than anything else.
Yeah,
and the
from
direction.
An actor's perspective. Yeah.
Cinematography, the things that make us go home and think about life, that move us, that allow us to enjoy the story that little bit more. Yeah.
Cool. Been getting mixed views on independent film tonight, which have been great. What does it mean to you? What's independent film all about for yourself?
Independent film is about, it's the telling of stories that are heartfelt, that don't have the gloss of high-end budget films. I don't mind high-end budget films, I actually quite like them. But it's something raw and visceral and truthful about independent movies that you don't find anywhere else.
Do you find you get a better performance from independent filmmaking than you would in the glitz and glamour of Hollywood?
You get a different performance. I wouldn't say it was a better one, it was a different one. Yeah. You're not... The rules are more yours. You can do a little bit more with it.
Yeah. Cool. That was amazing back then, and that was the last I personally saw of you from them. But you've been doing so much lately.
I've been lucky to have been doing some great things. Yeah.
And tell us a little exclusive for Film News. What's coming up this year?
What's left to come up this year?
What can you mention?
I'm actually back on the stage this year. I'm doing a play at the Tabernacle in Notting Hill Gate. Come down.
Cool.
It's called The Royale. It's part of the Bush Theatre Productions. And I'm playing Jay Jackson, who is a version of Jack Johnson, the first African-American heavyweight champion of the world.
Excellent.
So I'm busy putting on weight.
Looking forward to that. Send some tickets our way, please.
You're watching Film News. Nicholas Pinnock. Thanks.
Cheers, buddy.